The feds found a connection between Moneybagg Yo Gotti, and one of the people that work at the cookie shop. This is why they're saying that the passing of Young Dolph was a setup, and basically it was due to the beef that was going on in Memphis between the rappers. It's an unfortunate situation, and you know, we want to send our condolences to Young Dolph. If you rocking with Young Dolph, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know where y'all from. Put the dolphin emoji, and let's get right into this, man. So at the end of the day, they realized that the security guard that was working at Makita's came back directly connected to Yo Gotti's cousin, and this is the main reason why they said that when somebody dropped the location and the information about how Young Dolph was supposed to get to that cookie shop, it went into the wrong hands. And basically, little did they know that Yo Gotti's people was already inside the shop before Young Dolph was in there, man. This is why they can't have no other people. They can't have no contractor workers or anything like that when there's supposed to be a celebrity, a rapper, entertainer coming into your shop, into your business and everything like that. You gotta have only employees, and they all have to have badges on. They let too many people inside that cookie shop. If you pay attention to how Makita's Raven said that they leave the back door open, and so anytime somebody comes in, it's a lot of dudes from the streets that just walk in through the back door of Makita's, because they coming from the little trail in the back where it could be all sorts of things that they're running from going on. They might have just did something on the other side of town and they ran through the woods, and now they're coming into the back of the Makita's Cookies to hide. A lot of people, they were there actually to try to run through the register of the store. People realized that when the cookie shop put the register away, they're supposed to take the 50s and the 100s and put them underneath the register, or just take them in the blue bag and take it straight to the bank. Why is it that 2 weeks before Young Dolph got hit up, they said they got the new cameras because people kept coming through that back door, and that was the reason why they had to get a new surveillance footage. But the surveillance footage never caught the footage of Young Dolph. They never released it. It's there. It probably did catch the video, but they never wanted to release it. And so this is the problem. Everybody wants to see exactly what went on in there, man. If you want to get justice for Young Dolph, put the dolphin emoji in the comment section. Let me know where y'all from and if you rocking with Dolph, man. So now they figuring out that, okay, it was people inside the shop already waiting for Dolph. When Dolph got there, however he got there, because remember, he didn't have his keys, so however he ended up there, because something could have happened somewhere else, and then they brought Dolph to the cookie shop, because once he realized that Yo Gotti's cousin was in there and that Key Glock didn't answer the phone, Big Moochie Grape didn't answer the phone, and all these people that were supposed to be there, once he found out and got the senses that they weren't going to show up, this is when Dolph was about to actually cancel the whole thing, and he was going to go back to New York or go back to LA to his mansion and go to where his $12 million cars are at. But then all of a sudden, when he went to his last dinner at the Ruth Chris, this is where everything went south, man. At the Ruth Chris is where he ended up having an altercation inside there. They closed the restaurant down while Young Dolph is in there. You got to remember, sometimes when celebrities go places to eat or they go places to shop, they got to close down the business for everybody else and let the celebrity just have their own little experience. So that's what they was doing. They were shutting down the Ruth Chris, but somebody that was in the Ruth Chris already got up from their table, and they were part of this whole entire thing. They went up and started a whole scene with Young Dolph. While he was taking pictures with the lady in the green dress, the dude standing behind him already at the table in the white collar shirt, he had the shirt buttoned up all the way with a tuxedo bow tie. That's the guy that they said it was on the footage of him. Like when they took that picture, they said that's when he got hit with an object in the back of the head. That's when Dolph gets knocked out. And so they whacked him with an iron cat, like a skillet pan, like a cast iron pan, right when he was supposed to take the picture with the fan. And so this is where a lot of these rappers and celebrities, they're vulnerable. When they go and take pictures and they do the autographs, they're standing next to a complete stranger, and they don't know if this is a setup, if they got somebody that's supposed to blindside them. Young Dolph got blindsided. Once he got blindsided, they try to hurry up and throw him into the back of the Bentley truck in the parking lot. This is how they were able to get around to all of Young Dolph's stash spots, because they were trying to get all of his stash spots, hit a lick on it, and then take him back to the cookie shop, because that's where they were gonna set the scene up for where Yo Gotti and them were trying to get him, like, catch him lacking at, basically. Once he got to the cookie shop, none of the other rappers showed up, and so this was a red flag. Young Dolph was trying to call a lot of people. If they recovered Young Dolph's phone, and he made over 100 different calls to all these people. So what was he doing when he was trying to get a hold of everybody, man? He must have realized that something was going on at the Ruth Chris or at the Makitas, or the last moments that he had, and he was trying to get a hold of everybody early that morning. It was, everything happened overnight. You got to realize that Dolph, he was missing from home for 2 days. They said that he went to go get the cookies for the family and whatever, but when they went to go ask the family, they said, wait, Dolph didn't go to get cookies for us. He hasn't been home in 2 days. Matter of fact, we've been trying to get a hold of him, and we have no connection to Young Dolph. All lines of communication between Young Dolph and the outside world were cut off as soon as he went into that Ruth Chris steakhouse, and when he ended up in the Makitas. The haters were following Young Dolph for a whole long time. So you got to understand that once they took his keys, it was basically to where Young Dolph had to have been, like, he was trying to make the call to have his people pull up. And so that was the ultimate thing, was that they took his keys from him. Next thing you know, they have him go and change the address of the Turkey Drive. Dolph was supposed to go immediately to there. Once they changed the Turkey Drive address, they said, okay, Dolph, we want to take you to the Ruth Chris. You want to grab some dinner real quick, and da 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 da. So they took him to the Ruth Chris, and then while he was at the Ruth Chris, this is when the whole setup happened. Like, remember, they tried to say that Dolph got something happened at a whole nother place. Then they brought him to the cookie shop. People thought it was the community center. People thought it was the Ruth Chris and the Benihana's in the parking lot, and that at the gas station where Dolph had the yellow shirt on. Dolph had the yellow shirt on this whole entire time while he was at the Ruth Chris, the gas station, driving around town to Memphis. So this is how you know that all of this happened within that 2 days that Dolph had not come home. He was missing. His family was looking for him. But how would they say that he was going to get cookies for the family, but then the family said that he stepped down, we haven't seen him in 2 days, and he said nothing about cookies? So this is how you know that a whole lot of stuff is being swept under the rug, man, and that it's a whole lot more that's going on. But people in Memphis, they really know what's happening right now. The word on the street is that Dolph was set up, and that they might take down Yo Gotti and CMG for this, because there's connections to people they know, places they went, footage that they were caught on. And this is why a lot of people think that Dolph got set up by CMG and Yo Gotti, Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngster, Govan. I mean, they didn't capture Yo Gotti's brother and Yo Gotti's manager, Govan Hernandez, for no reason. The feds called him the mastermind of the Young Dolph hit. So the people that they paid off and worked with and all that ended up telling on him, and now Yo Gotti's name is thrown back up there in the mix, because all the people that he thought was gonna stand on business and not snitch and not tell, that street loyalty went out the window when they were sitting there facing 100 years for what happened to Young Dolph. Either way, the karma's gonna come back and get anybody who's involved. Let me know what y'all think about this, man.